Good morning, students. Welcome to the world of interest. I'm not talking about any other interest. I'm talking about compound interest. So let us start without any delay. The first question. Yes, it's not a question. We are going to discuss different formulae for calculating compound interest. Now, what is the difference between these four formulas? Let us see. Here you have a amount, principal P, that is the amount which you deposit in a bank or borrow from a bank. At rate of interest R percentage per annum. PA, we'll read it as per annum. That means for 1 year, the rate of interest is R percentage. Once again, listen carefully. Rate of interest is equal to R percentage PA. When you read, you'll read it as R percentage per annum. That means for 1 year, the rate of interest is R percentage. Time equal to N years. Amount equal to A. Amount is after N years, the amount which you give back to the bank or the bank gives to you. This formula you are familiar with. When interest compounded annually, that is, you are putting the money or depositing the money for 1 year yearly, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, etc. So it will be A equal to P, that is principal into 1 plus R by 100 the whole raised to N. Now, when interest compounded half yearly, when interest compounded half yearly, what does it mean? You are depositing rupees 10,000, okay, at 10% rate of interest. But what happens is after 6 months, they will calculate a particular interest and add it to the principal. Okay, 10,000 at 10% rate of interest. Instead of calculating after 1 year, when you are compounding it half yearly, they will calculate after 6 months. Okay, after 6 months. That is what we call it as interest compounded half yearly. So what is the difference between the formula and this formula? The rate is divided by 2. Divided by 2. Why? It is for 1 year. You are calculating it for half year. So R by 2. Now number of years. What happens to number of years? You are calculating the interest for 6 months. How many 6 months are there in 1 year? 2, isn't it? January to June, 1 period. July to December, 2nd period. Okay, 12 divided by 6, it is 2, isn't it? That is why you are multiplying it with 2. So here, when interest compounded half yearly, A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 2 by 100, the whole raised to 2n, 2 into n. So when you get a question, interest compounded half yearly, you will divide the rate by 2 and multiply the number by 2. Okay. Now, interest compounded quarterly. What is quarter? It is 1 by 4. Quarter means 1 by 4. So, when the interest is compounded half yearly, you will divide rate by 4 and multiply time by 4. Okay. Now, when interest compounded monthly, what happens when interest is compounded monthly? How many months are there in a year? 12 months. So you will divide the rate by 12 and multiply the time by 12. So once again, when the interest is compounded annually, this will be the formula. Half yearly means you will divide the rate by 2 and multiply the time by 2. What happens when you compound yearly? Quarter means 1 by 4. So you will divide the rate by 4 and multiply the time by 4. So R division, time multiplication. Now monthly, what happens if you compound it monthly? How many months are there in a year? 12 months. So you will divide rate by 12 and time by 12. Clear? Now you are going to see the problems based on this. Not based on half yearly and all, compounded annually only. Okay, let's see what happens. Calculate the amount and compound interest on rupees 10,800 for 3 years at 12.5% per annum compounded annually. Annually means yearly. So you don't have much calculations here. Direct formula. What is the formula? A equal to P into 1 plus R by 100, the whole raised to N. Now listen here children. I am going to substitute the values. P is equal to 10,800. 1 plus. What is R? R here you have a mixed fraction. So I have converted into improper fraction. 12 into 2, 24 plus 1, 25 by 2. So instead of writing R, I wrote 25 by 2. 2 comes in the denominator. 25 by 2. So it is 25 by 200. 25 by 200. I can cancel it as 1 by 8. 25 by 200 is 1 by 8. Now 1 plus 1 by 8. 1 plus 1 by 8 is 9 by 8. 1 plus 1 by 8 is equal to 9 by 8. Here the period is 3. So 10,800 into 9 by 8, the whole raised to 3. Now how will you calculate? 10,800 into 9 by 8 into 9 by 8 into 9 by 8. You will have the calculations here. Rupees 15,377.34. This is the final amount that you are going to deposit after 3 years. This is amount. You have to find compound interest also. How will you find compound interest? Principal and amount. Amount minus principal gives you compound interest. So it is 4,577.35. Clear? So amount after 3 years is 15,377.34 and compound interest, that is the extra amount, is 4,577.34. Next question. Kamala borrowed rupees 20,400 from a bank to buy a scooter at a rate of 15% per annum compounded yearly. What amount will she pay at the end of 2 years and 4 months to clear the loan? Now, students, here the difference is you have a full 2 years and after that 4 months. Now, what will you do? First, you will calculate using this formula for 2 years and 4 months. That means you didn't complete 1 year. So, you will take principal principal for 4 months as whatever you got after 2 years. That is, amount for 2 years you got 34,914. This will be the principal after 2 years. So, you will calculate simple interest for 4 months because you did complete 1 year for compounding. So, P into rate of interest into N. That means P is 34,914, R is 15%, N is 4 by 12. N is 4 by 12. So, 34,914 into 4 by 12 by 100. So, you will get the answer as 1745.70. So, amount after 2 years and 4 months is 34,914 plus 1,740. Hence, the amount to be paid by Kamala is 36,659.70. Students, do the calculation yourself. Don't use a calculator because you will lose time. At home, you will use calculator and complete the calculations, but during exams, you cannot do that. So, remember to do the problems individually without the help of a calculator. Clear? We'll see the next problem. Here in the next problem, we are comparing simple interest and compound interest. Febina borrows rupees 12,500 at 12% per annum for 3 years at simple interest. So here Febina is borrowing at the simple interest formula. Radha borrows this amount for the same period at 10% per annum compound annually. So Febina, you will use simple interest, that is P into R into N by 100. So you will get simple interest as 4,500. And what about Radha? Radha is using compound interest. So after the calculations, that is P is 12,500, R is 10%. Here I can use reducing fraction. 10 by 100. What is 10 by 100? It is 1 by 10. 1 plus 1 by 10. 1 plus 1 by 10. It is 11 by 10. So here you are getting compound interest as 4,137.50. So which is greater? Febina's interest is greater. By how much? You will subtract 4,500 minus 4,137.50. It is 362.50. Students, do it clearly in your notebook. Practice it in your rough notebook. And if you have any doubt, call me personally. I'll clear your doubts. Thank you. Have a nice day. Do remember